Good morning, everybody. Today's Wednesday, February 24th, and I'm Bria.
And I'm Elliot.
We have some great news. Alaska is currently leading the country in COVID-19 vaccine distribution. Nearly 150,000 people are already vaccinated in the state. That is so cool. And we're going to hand it over to Elliot to give us our updates from our Zoom crew.
Hello, good morning, everybody. This is again my favorite crew, as I say every week, because it's true every single week. Got it pretty easy today. Dr. Johnson, do you have any updates for us?
Not a lot. I know you were going to mention that Alaska is leading the country in vaccinations. And a week or so ago, the governor and his team announced that teachers were prioritized. And so we're really grateful for that and really proud of all the work that that people have been doing to make that successful. And then the other thing, totally unrelated, we landed on Mars this week, which was super exciting and been fun watching that. And I had very little to do with either one of those advances in technology, other than supporting you guys and wanting an education system that gives every single kid, no matter where they live, who they are, the opportunity to participate in something successful like a vaccination project, landing on Mars, or whatever other work that you want to do.
Very nice. Thank you, Dr. Johnson. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Claymeyer. Any updates from you, sir?
Yeah, I guess considering the time of year, I'm reminded of the African proverb. I don't know exactly where it originated in Africa, but it says, however long the night, the dawn will break. And I think the commissioner spoke to some of that we're not only how this is an African proverb, I'm not as certain. It seems like it should be from something further north or further south, right? In Alaska, we have long winters, long nights. If you go far enough north, and we're coming out of that here in spring. But also in terms of the pandemic nationwide, and Alaska leading the way, so that's fantastic. The House organized in the legislature, and so they're getting busy. And so I know that's keeping a lot of people busy, looking at a lot of education issues with a couple different bills to focus on reading. I'm testifying tomorrow on one for National Board Certified teachers. The commissioner, I know, is doing lots of testimony just about every day. I try to watch it, but I can't keep up with them. So lots of good things going on. Out in the rural communities of Selawik, they're having some difficulty out there. So keep those students and educators and that whole community really in mind as they're dealing with power outages and not having potable water. And that makes it tough to think about school and do your homework when you don't have any water in your house. So we're talking about ways that maybe NEA Alaska can help there too, and hoping the state and federal agencies will provide help as well. So that's what we're working on today.
Very nice. It is nice to see that there's hope on the horizon. The dawn is coming. And I did see on the news last night, Black Eyed Peas and Coca-Cola were donating lots of money to Selawik. So shout out them. I also want to give another shout out to Patrick, repping the filmmaker shirt. Always love to see it here. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Allman, see if he has any updates for us.
Yep, and I'll just follow the trend and add another unattributed African proverb, which is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So that's kind of my theme for this morning and really the next 3 weeks. Today we get all of our staff back in. I know that's an ASD specific issue, but I think we have to realize that everyone's had a little different experience through this pandemic. Some people are over it and ready to get started, and others are still pretty anxious about what the future holds. And that really just depends on a person's background, health concerns, and the rest. So we're going to do our best here to try to accommodate all of those mindsets, not dismiss any of them, try to value the input, and then kind of move forward together so that we can get students back fourth quarter and hopefully get reconnected and learn what it's like to be in school again. It's almost been a year now since we've actually been in school. And so spring break is almost upon us. You all have only about a week and a half left of school on our calendar, at least, and then we'll get back to it with most of our students. And then also just to pick up on the vaccination, it seems like about 75% of the staff here will have been vaccinated. So that's a huge compliment to Alaska. The logistics, just the commitment to making sure the people that have to make classrooms work and teach and accommodate all those wide range of needs can feel pretty safe and less anxious when they're doing it. And that was a big, big deal for all of us. Our own Susie Whited today is working the vaccine clinic at ASD. So we're happy to kind of contribute to that effort moving forward. And just want to shout her out to the whole state because, I mean, and all school nurses, let me just put that out there. They have been huge in helping people get good information so that they can make good decisions about how they live through this pandemic. So those are just the main things from my perspective.
Yes, we love shout outs here. So shout out to all of the school nurses that have been doing everything throughout this whole pandemic. Because I know it hasn't been easy, and all of the teachers. And with that, I'm going to say thank you guys for coming. I'm going to hand it over to Bria.
All right, thank you so much, Elliot, and your Zoom crew. We really appreciate all that wonderful information you deliver. And on that note, ASD has set up some testing sites around Anchorage schools for staff members and students. So check out the link we'll put in the chat to figure out what schools you can get tested at and the operating hours. And with that, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and remember to tune in to our noon show on today, noon.